Hello everyone, what's up? It's me again, Junkmaster3, and yeah, it's time for a new horror DVD. Horror DVD. It's time for another horror review. That's what I wanted to say. So today's film I'm gonna make a review of today is the film called Boardinghouse from 1982. I think it depends on where you look, but some sites states that this is from 82, and some sites says it's from 1983. So I'm not really sure about that. But this also claims to be one of the very first horror shot on video films. Not too sure if that's correct or not either, because I think that has also been stated by Sledgehammer, which came out around the same time. Now enough about the story of when this was released, now to the movie itself. So this movie basically begins with sort of a narrator trying to tell you what really happened in this house, because this house is somehow like cursed or something. It has some weird. There's been a whole lot of accidents, like deadly accidents, happening in this house, so people have been dying off. So one of the relatives to one of the persons that died in this place, he decides to move in there, and he has a bunch of like other tenants living in the house with him. For some reason, there's just a bunch of 80s babes, basically. I don't really know how that all happened to be, or like how did he befriend all of those. I just felt that was very strange. So of course the curse is still on, and people are still getting killed off in numerous of ways. To a certain degree, you don't really know if it's a supernatural thing or you actually think it's a slasher thing, like a guy going around killing people. I would still say this is a slasher film, but it's a very strange type of storyline when it comes to that. Now, I don't want to spoil anything else more than that for storyline. I'm just going to move on to the things that I liked about it and the things I didn't like about it. So, the acting is very weird and bizarre, especially from the main guy. And the main guy, or like the main actor in this, is also the director. His performance was very strange, but sort of in a funny, creepy kind of way. Some of the other actresses, some of them are better, some of them are worse. It's alright, I would say, for a shot and video film in general. You don't really look for quality acting in a film like this, but you do get some interesting blood and gore effects. I mean, you can totally see it's low budget when it comes to that, but it's still quite charming in a way. And some of the it's a very weirdly edited as well, because there feels like there's some scenes that just starts to get really, really interesting and then just cuts off and just move on to a completely other scene that is like not as interesting, and just it's very strangely edited. That's just what I want to say in general. The camera work is alright, I would say, and cinematography is fine. I really like the whole fogginess to it towards the end of the film. I didn't really get the whole point as to what the whole twist was about, because at that point I was just so confused. But yeah, I mean, it's not really the greatest, to be honest. I've seen way better shot on video films, so in general I would say I would give this like a 4 out of 10. And this is still coming from a guy who loves shot on video films and horror films in general from the 80s. So it's not very recommendable. I mean, if you're a die-hard fan of shot on video films and you just have to watch all of those, go ahead, give it a watch. And I also have to point out that this film has two different versions. So the original version runs for 98 minutes, or 1 hour 38 minutes. And the second version runs for about 2.5 hours or something, which is just insane. And I would say even 1 hour and 38 minutes is a little too long for a shot on video film. So when I watched this, I decided to go with the original version, because there's no way I'm gonna watch a shot on video film that goes on for more than 2 hours. I mean, it's 2 hours and 30 minutes approximately. So I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna watch that. I mean, I'm probably gonna watch it just to see what it's all about. But from what I've been told, that is just mainly like filler footage in that version of the film. Yeah, that sounds really boring to me. The film itself is quite boring in general, I would say. It's a very strange pace to it as well. Strange pace, that's what I want to say. But yeah, 4 out of 10, not very recommendable in my personal opinion, unless you're a diehard fan of shot on video films, like I said before. So yeah, there you have it, Boardinghouse from 1982 or 83, depending on where you watch, but I'm just gonna stick with 82 from now on. So yeah, Boardinghouse. So that's the review for the film Boardinghouse. I'm probably going to make another review video in the near future. That's what I want to say. and also I need to make the top 5 of the month for the month of May as well, which I haven't made. I haven't made that video yet, so I'm gonna do that as well. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little review, and keep your eyes open for the next videos. So see you next time. Bye bye.